Hello people on this internet. Today is a really special day. For this, the second video I have planned today, and I'm doing a review on two Mocs, two Mocs. And they are Verah and Shalis, respectively. And to let you know, they're both Verah and Shalis, but you can only really say Shalis in one, and yeah. Whatever, but let's do the story while we're doing first Matorn version of Verah and Shalis. So let's just kind of drop them down right here. Here we are. This is Verah and Shalis. Story-wise, my little story. These two would have lived in a peaceful island off in the middle of someplace somewhere, right? And Verah is a Matorn, obviously, and Shalis is a Matorn, obviously. Not as obviously, because he looks a little shadow, looked a little weird. And that's actually kind of the story. Their island got raided by Makuta, and Makuta do Makuta things like, hey, shadow leech time. And they were like, no, but the Makuta were like, yes, it's good for you. And thus a kind of mini skirmish ensued, with many things getting damaged and stuff, and these two being it. So, Shalis, somehow, he got shadowified, and, she didn't, Verah didn't, and she was actually running away from her friends. These two were friends, close friends, now even closer. But yeah, he got mutated and shadowified, and she's like, oh god, I gotta go run away, and then, they both managed to get crushed by a building or something like that. I don't know. They got damaged somehow. And in the middle of it, I have my own version of, I guess, Karzani. And these two got shipped off there, where he decided to say, hey, let's just, like, fuse, and this is it. And this is Matorn, Shalis, and Verah, and again, Shalis is the Shadow Matorn, and Verah is the Matorn on top. And yeah, I actually kind of like them. They're some of my oldest Mocs, both the Matorn and Toa, but let's do the Matorn first. Articulation, the legs, and technically his arms. They're standard, really. It's just, you know, these are Throbot limbs? Yeah. Or no, they're Slicer limbs. I think Throbot Slicers are the same thing. I get confused even. But yeah, it's just a old Shadow Matorn foot with the, just again, the Throbot limbs. And the torso for this guy is just 4 hands. Like, it's not that difficult. And his head is also sort of standard head with a noble Shilik. Kairop Shilik, and with red eyes as well. He's got red eyes. And then they're connected to via Borak limb. They both are. Both versions of them are. And yeah, this is Shalis, as you can probably tell. She's also just some massive hands, but I wanted to give her a bit more of a kind of feminine look, so I gave her kind of chest, I guess. Something to give her a bit more distinct. And she didn't really get mutated, but she did get rebuilt. Obviously, as you can probably tell. This isn't a normal Matorn at all. Yeah. Her arms are the same thing as his legs. They're just Throbot limbs. And she has just these Mari-torn hooks for them, for weapons. She also has wings, because, you know, I kind of thought that maybe she did get a little bit shadowified. And then, again, she's also rebuilt, so wings would be cool. She also has dark green eyes, which a little weird for a Matorn. That's actually supposed to be his eye color. But, I mean, dark green, they're both kind of shadowy. Her not so much, but he definitely. So I think it kind of made sense. Also, they're rebuilt, so I'm a little lenient on it. And that's them. That's Matorn form. They're no longer existing, because somehow, in this realm of shadow and torture or whatever, this knockoff Karzani, whatever I actually decided to do with it, they somehow managed to get turned into Toa. And let's actually turn them into Toa. So this is, we're going to actually, I guess this actually works out, because we're going to actually start with Shalis first. This is Toa Shalis, which looks really weird, because it doesn't look very Toa-like at all. In fact, it looks more Rahi, but, I mean, whatever. As you can see, he upgraded. He got an extra toe, and more articulation in his legs, arms, I guess, things. They're simple. They're very simple. But they get the job done. I think they look really cool. And you can get into really cool poses as well. He went from being the noble Shalik to the just the great Shalik as well. So that looks really nice. His eye color's still the same, hasn't changed. And yeah, his torso is just a Metru pelvis and a bunch of other things cobbled together. And his under armor is also just a Nika shoulder piece as well, shoulder armor piece. And the back is a Metru foot, so connect the Borak foot leg to it, or Borak limb to it. Yeah, it's very simple, but I like the look of these two. I like the look of him. He's, again, fairly simplistic, but again, I think he gets the job done as being like the legs of, you know, he's, I guess, the Nuckalavee of the Toa, if you want to, or Nuckalavee, or whatever you want to call it. I call it the Nuckalavee. It's the weird horse thing, the horse being thing. That's what they're inspired off of. Let's get to the writer first, though. Technically not really a writer, but let's get to Verah. Now, Verah is I kind of wanted them to be similar in build, so she's also based off of a Metru pelvis for the torso, and her arms are just fairly simplistic. And they're kind of like this, guys. They're just, again, mirrored being blue. If I had it my way, this arm piece would probably be in the same Metru blue, which means I might have to paint it, and I might paint it. Or what I could probably do is just switch it out for the one that Kina had for her torso and make it all like light blue, and just switch out the blue arms for the Matoran to be light blue as well. So I might do that, I might not, I don't know. I just kind of wish I had more color options because I wanted to be more modded blue in there, but alas, here we are. Yeah, her torso is also, again, since she's rebuilt, it's not very like standardly Toa. It's very gangly, very thin, and really weird. But she has a glow-in-the-dark Takodox piece, which I thought was really cool, and it actually does kind of glow in the dark. Also, out of my way, this would be a heart light, but guess who didn't really think that through? Anyways, but yeah. Her head, it's just a standard head. I mean, she has also got the green eyes, as you can probably see, and I actually like this. She uses a blue Akaku Nuva, as opposed to just the blue Akaku that she had in her Matoran form. As you know, just kind of shows you now she's no longer just a Matoran anymore. She's a Toa now. As demented and tormented as she looks. I mean, that's what kind of happens for the things in Karzani anyway. But it's not Karzani. It's not. It's China. Anyways. On the back here, we have wings. And they're very similar to, like, Ikarak's wings in the fact that they're just... I don't know. They're like... I think they're actually built the exact same way that... Ikarak uses them, and they fold up the exact same way too, and you know they can fly. It's just more Shadowify things, a bit more Makuta bat-like, you know, just kind of drawing parallels. But yeah, that's really it. They're really simple. They're really nice little like Mocs. They both are actually. I really like them both. And again, there's some of the oldest Mocs I've had. Let's actually do it with the guy I just reviewed. Here's a size comparison up against Krasapar. If I actually get these two to stand up properly. The Toa form first, because that'll just be easier, and they're here first. There you go. That's kind of the size comparison. As you can see, they're taller, which means they're going to be taller than your boy, Lezovic. As you can probably tell, they're taller than Lezovic. And here's Matoran form. That's the kind of general gist of their size comparison. Yeah, it's fairly simplistic. They're very, I don't know. They're nice. They're simple little Mocs. I threw together one day because I was just bored, I guess. I don't know. And they're also just, again, who does like the weird Nuckalavee Toa Shadow Matoran thing? I don't say that a lot, so I don't want to kind of take inspiration from that. Anyways, yeah, that's the review. Yeah, this is going to be this is the second of 3 I have planned, and they're kind of going down. They're kind of degrading down in quality, as in like build wise. But yeah, this is the second review. I don't know if I mentioned this in the Krasapar review, but these guys are their second review. The next review is actually be of Toa On, and I don't know if I did review or not on him, but I am now. And so yeah, stay tuned for that. This is Crazy Monkey Dude signing out. Like, comment, subscribe on the video. If you really like the video, subscribe, I guess. Yeah. This is Crazy Monkey Dude signing out of another review. Yeah.